Hey guys, this is P.M.R.Bonez88, and October is almost over, but it doesn't matter, we're still continuing on. It's my Halloween horror movie review. So today, I will be talking about which is Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives.
The title says Jason Lives, Friday the 13th, Part 6. So in other words, it's the other way around.
Okay, shut up.
Hey, don't tell me to shut up. I'm trying to help you out, so don't test me.
You wanna go, boy?
Bring it on, Bones. You know, a second thought, why don't we do this after the review?
Alright.
Ooh, that ain't right, dude.
Jason Lives came out in theaters in the late summer of 1986, and from the big disappointment of Friday the 13th Part 5, a lot of fans were really pissed off and they didn't like the imposter Jason, and we kind of seen Jason only in hallucinations or dream sequences, and at the end where we all thought that Tommy was going to be the next killer, but that didn't happen. So fans demanded that they wanted to bring Jason back, and Paramount Company decided, you know what, if the fans wanted Jason back, let's bring Jason back. So Part 6 was actually a good horror movie. I mean, I didn't expect it to be the best, but it was practically good. And now they bring back Jason as a walking corpse. A new director, Tom McKellen, decided to direct this sixth Friday the 13th film, and the stars of it was Tom Matthews, who became the next Tommy Jarvis, and Jennifer Cook. Tom Matthews is a familiar actor, which you'll all know him in Return of the Living Dead Part 1 and Part 2. Tony Goldwyn is another familiar actor, and he's probably the biggest actor ever. I saw him in other movies too, like 1990's Ghost, The Sixth Day, and the 2009 remake of The Last House on the Left. The gross of Jason Lives hit up to about $6.7 million at the opening weekend, but at the box office, the total amount was $19.4 million at the US. So it made a lot of good money. So the movie starts out with Tommy going after Jason and to be sure that he was dead permanently. He brings his friend along, Hans, and when they find Jason's grave, they dig him up, open his coffin, and they do find it's Jason. Well, what's left of him. He let the maggots and the worms and all these bugs eat him and just rot him. He'll be nothing but full skeleton, full of bones.
Now wait just a minute. Wasn't Jason's body cremated?
That was an alternative Friday the 13th film. Part 5 was just... You know what? Just forget Part 5. Part 5 was just nothing but bullshit. That's what it was. Part 5 was just dog shit.
Okay. Just calm down, alright? Just chill. Just relax.
Yeah, well, ever since you got me falling asleep and trying to get Freddy coming after me, in which I'm still pissed off about it.
I'm still pissed off at what you did to me on the other day, where you brought Rawhead Rex into my base and just threw me out.
So that's what you call payback. Payback's a bitch. So by there, he picked out a fencing pole out of the fence, and he just snapped, stabbing him multiple times, going all crazy. So he let out all of his anger, and he just threw his hockey mask into his coffin.
You couldn't just let that body alone.
So by there, when Tommy was going to pick up the gasoline, but what happens? A bolt of lightning.
A bolt of lightning, huh? Well, if bolt of lightning Jason wants, then bolt of lightning Jason will get. Bring on the lightning!
Dude! How do you keep doing that?
How about 2 lightning strikes? I love this job.
So, 2 lightning just struck Jason, and fortunately, he came back to life. So Jason Voorhees is The Walking Dead. Tommy just poured or threw gasoline right at Jason, and he was gonna try to burn him, but then rain struck him, so that means Jason brings him bad luck. Now that's what you call a Friday the 13th movie. Even so, Tom's trying to be the hero and hits him with the shovel, and then all of a sudden, damn! This guy is a beast! He grabbed his old hockey mask and he was back. Back with a vengeance. So Tommy goes into the sheriff's department, tries to explain to him that Jason was alive, and once again he goes all batshit crazy because sheriff didn't believe him, locked him in over by Jason is alive. Seriously, what is with these cops now? They don't believe anything? Hello, Jason is alive. He's a walking dead. The Walking Dead.
Little overdramatic.
Yeah, overdramatic. I know. Sorry.
I thought so.
They changed the name from Crystal Lake to Forest Green, so the two counselors that were going to Forest Green, up until where Jason stopped them, Tony Goldwyn had the idea of, scaring him by running him over. He thought he was going to move, but Jason, he ain't going to move. So eventually that didn't work out. So Tony Goldwyn decided to take his gun out of the glove compartment, try to shoot at him, but then Jason just stabs him right in the stomach, throws him out, and then he goes after the girl. And how funny that she just gave him money and credit cards to him. I asked myself, why would she give him money? Jason doesn't want your money, lady. He just wants you dead. And that's what he wants. He doesn't want your money, and he doesn't want your credit card. Because I don't think Jason doesn't even know how to use a credit card. So in the next scene, we introduce two new characters, such as Megan, played by Jennifer Cook. She was also the second main character, and she was also Tommy's love interest. So Tommy tries to warn Megan and her friends about Jason that he was alive and he's going to return to the camp, but the sheriff told him to shut up. But eventually Megan was really interested of not just the story about Jason, but she was also interested of Tommy because according to that look, she thinks he's cute. But the sheriff didn't want him to go near his daughter. He forced Tommy to leave town, so that way he wouldn't able to cause any more trouble and make up all the stories of Jason.
Let's not forget that graveyard digger. He didn't even want to put Jason back or realizing that was really Hans that was in Jason's coffin. But I love this guy. He's really funny, especially how he just broke the fourth wall.
Some folks have a strange idea of entertainment.
He's quite of a character.
So the sheriff and his partner followed Tommy just to be sure he leaves town. But Tommy had the upper hand by turning back to the cemetery to show him Jason's body was gone and he was alive. But unfortunately the sheriff stopped him. He tried to explain that he was alive, but eventually he didn't want to listen to him. So they just put him back into his car and just drove him up to the exit saying that he was leaving in Forest Green. These cops do not want to listen to his stories. So eventually they just left him and didn't realize that he would have turned back to Forest Green and tried to find Jason. Man. These cops are maybe tough, but they're not too bright.
There are some certain deleted scenes from this film, but apparently some of the scenes were deleted because due to the MPA. Couple scenes such as where Jason just punched Hans's chest and just grabbed his heart. You could see it just for a minute or two. And then another scene where Jason just stabbed Cork, ran right to his skull. Why did they do that?
There was not much nudity that was happening in Part 6. I think Part 6 was the only Friday the 13th movie that had no nudity whatsoever. But the violence and the kills, they were still there and they were still hardcore and badass. That was really graphic. Some of them were graphic, some of them weren't, and I felt disappointed because it felt like another PG-13 horror movie. Which that's what I thought too, but after from that one scene that was really a hardcore badass where Jason just punched Hans's chest and just grabbed his heart, and there was blood that was coming out of his mouth. And another interesting and my favorite kill ever is where Jason bashed that girl right into the wall, and all you see is her mark of a face. Just,
I would just say they could have made Jason Lives an unrated version. Or in fact, they could have all the Friday the 13th films unrated. Except for the original and the 2009 remake, they were unrated. But for the rest, they didn't even make them as unrated. I didn't understand it.
another bonus one that really interested me was with the sheriff getting killed by Jason.
That sheriff got what he deserved.
And that's what he gets. Tommy was telling the truth and trying to warn the sheriff, but up to the last minute, you know what happens? They die. So almost at the end of this film, Tommy gets ready and pours gasoline all over to the lake, and they set the lake on fire. But when Jason rises up, grabbing Tommy, put the chain in him, wrapping around on his neck, and when Jason just like bashing him down to the lake, so Megan to become the hero to save Tommy, but with Jason grabbing her leg and just taking him down with her, she pulls out with the motorized boat and just kills him right into the neck and just snaps it, and all the blood, guts just came out. Jason was finally dead. So the main survivors were Tommy and Megan. Jason was finally back into his own resting place, the lake. So he is finally dead. Or is he? So, after done talking about this film, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, or the other way around, Jason Lives, Friday the 13th Part 6, whatever. But it was actually a good horror film. I'll have to give it some credit. Tom McGillen did a good job on it, and seeing Jason back on his feet, killing again, and all the fans were really happy, and that's what they wanted. We wanted was just the actual Jason Voorhees, now that he was a walking corpse. And I even loved the music, the rock and roll song that was played by Alice Cooper, especially that one song was He's Back, the man behind the mask. They even had a music video, and definitely Jason was there, just only for a brief cameo. But other than that, it's a good film, and it's also my other favorite out of the Friday the 13th franchises. So just to rate this film for Part 6, Jason Lives, originally I was going to give it an 8 out of 10, but I boosted up to 8 more, so I will have to give it a 8.8 out of 10, which equals to 80%, so the grade would be a B+.
My rating, I would definitely have to give this about, boost it up to 1, like 8.9 out of 10. But the grade would still be an A+, or actually it's in between a B+ and an A-. Either way, it's a good film.
Part 6 was really interesting, and how Jason that just came back to life and going out, killing people, ripping them apart, and all the action that was happening, that was really great too. So if you want to see a good Friday the 13th film, just skip Part 5 and just go to Part 6. Because Part 5 was just an alternatization, it was just nothing but plain out boring, disappointing garbage. So Part 6 is the actual true sequel. But unlike for other sequels, but especially I love the Kane Hodder saga, but Jason Lives is also my favorite too. And I do have this movie on Blu-ray and DVD. And this is P.M.R.Bonez88's signing off. The saying is, Happy Halloween, and peace!
Alright, Bones. Now we're done with that review. You ready for a go-round now?
Let's do this.
Alright. Bring it on!